Welcome everyone. In this video, we will talk about Amazon ElastiCache for Memcached on how it helps your application work faster and smoother. The first part of the video we will discuss about what are the advantages of Memcache, how it works, and all the theory related to it. In the second part of the video, we will implement the Memcache and we'll try to connect it via EC2 instance. So let's get started. So what is ElastiCache? ElastiCache is basically a caching as a service offering from AWS, where AWS does the all heavy lifting of setting it up, managing, scaling a distributed memory cache, everything inside a cloud. AWS reduces the complexity for us to deploy and set up the ElastiCache environment. You just have to pick the engine version and an engine type and you're just good to go. You can start using the endpoint provided by AWS inside your application. At the moment, Amazon provides two caching engines. First one is Memcached and second one is Redis. Both have its advantages and disadvantages, but in this particular video, we will discuss more about the Memcached. So how can it help your application by improving its performance? So it retrieves the information very quickly from memory cached, and instead of relying on your slow disk-based databases, you can store your queries inside a memory caches, and it helps to retrieve those faster. For an example, if cricket match is going on and a lot of people wants to know the score, you can just save the query inside a cache, and whenever a new person queries it, instead of serving it via database, it will be served from the cache itself. That way your database workload gets reduced and you serve the query with minimal latency. So what are the advantages of AWS's ElastiCache? So it improves latency throughput for a read heavy workload. It improves the application performance by storing critical piece of data inside a memory cache, which is very low latency access. It supports master slave replication and a multi-AZ, which can be used to achieve cross availability zone redundancy. So this helps to make your application highly available, and it is fully managed and a scalable memory store. So why ElastiCache for Memcached? It is simple caching model. So if someone wants to have a large node and multiple nodes across multiple threads, it can be done via Memcached. It offers scaling, scale out, adding and removing nodes on demand as well. So that again helps you manage your caching as per the application requirement. It handles the partitioning across multiple shards. It can cache objects such as databases, and one of the main feature of Memcache is it can also save the session data. So now let's move to Amazon Managed Console and see how we can implement it. Okay, now that we are inside a ElastiCache dashboard, let's click on Get Started Now. You'll get an option to select two cluster engine, Redis or Memcache. We'll select Memcache. You'll also be able to choose a location. You want to use Amazon Cloud or on-premise. Amazon Cloud is for our case. Let's give it a name. Select engine version compatibility. Port will be 11211. Select the default parameter group. For the node type, we'll be selecting cache T4G micro, which is Graviton based type of instance. We'll create a new subnet group for multi-AZ deployment, but in our case, we won't be using multi-AZ. So we'll be using single node only. So let's create a subnet group still. Give it a name, give it a description. We'll be using a default VPC and all the subnets via default VPC. For our case, we don't have any preference for availability zone. We'll choose a default security group. We don't need a maintenance, so no preference, and hit create. It will take some time for creating, so we'll just stop the video and resume when it's done. Okay, now that Memcached cluster has been created, we will go into EC2 dashboard to create a new instance that can help us test the cluster. We'll select Amazon Linux 2 with 64-bit ARM because we all like to select the Graviton type of instance. We'll keep the settings as default. We'll go to add storage. We'll keep it same. For security group, we will be selecting the default security group, which will have all inbound permissions. We'll keep everything as it is and we'll launch the instance. Okay, now that instance has been created, we'll select connect, go to instance connect. We'll copy the endpoint from ElastiCache Memcached. Now go to instance, type sudo yum install telnet. Telnet will use to talk with the ElastiCache. Now that package has been installed, you have to hit the command telnet, the endpoint, and then remove the colon and space port. Now that it has connected, we'll use a query set name 005, which is Harshal. So it give an error because we have to specify number of character at the end. So if I set 7, Harshal has a 7 characters, so it will work. So it says stored. If I go hit set city as 006 Mumbai, it will work. Okay, if I go and try to set character less than the specified number, like here I have specified 6 and I'm adding 5 characters, it won't work. But when I try to hit enter with another value, it will throw out an error. This is how we store the data. To get the data, we have to use get and the name, key name. You will get the value. Again, get the key name and you will get the value like that. That was a quick demo of ElastiCache, how it works along with the EC2 and how to set it up. Have a good day.